welcome in. We got ourselves our God of War inspired cardio kickboxing class today. My name is Feeling Fit, and we're going to jump on into it. We're going to start with a little bit of a warm-up, kind of ease our way into the work. Then I'm going to hit the timer, and we've got 12 rounds that we're going to work on. 3 minutes per round with 30 seconds of recovery between, or active recovery between. You can dial it up, you can dial it down. You can see a bit of the workout here, how we're going to go upper body combo, lower body combo, combine them. We'll do some conditioning, we'll do some core at the end. And ultimately, all these movements are going to be mimicked from the unarmed combat style of the most recent God of War game that Kratos uses in that game. So have fun with it. As always, take options, regress, progress, do whatever you need to. It is your workout, not mine. Well, it is mine as well, I guess. But yeah, have fun with it. All right, let's find a little bit of space. Let's just start warming up. We're going to spend about 5 to 10 minutes just to kind of like ease some mobility into the body. So just make sure you've got some space here that you can move around in. And we're going to go into some cat-cows. Cat-cows is a great way to mobilize the spine and just get a little bit of blood flow into the body. The idea is that if we can get the midsection moving and warmed up, then really the arms, the legs, everything else all expands outward from the midsection, especially from like blood flow and oxygen, all that stuff. So if we get that warmed and mobilized, then chances are things are going to feel better moving forward. So allow yourself to find a rounded back. Exhale as you round your back. Inhale as you arch and extend back. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. All right, let's do that just a couple more times. In 3, 2, 1. Up onto the knees. Let's bring one knee forward. Let's go into a bit of a hip flexor movement. We're going to do this in kind of a couple different ways. So let's just start with just a little bit of a dynamic kind of rock forward and back. And then we're going to add some like a stability kind of portion to it. Okay? So if you want to, you can take your arms and scoop and sweep those back as well. In today's class, we'll get into some knees and some kicks, which is going to mean that we need to have the hip flexor open. That being said, when we sit for long periods of a time, when you're playing a shit ton of God of War and going into, you know, when the game comes out, you'll probably need to do some hip flexor stuff, as the hip flexor will be shortened and that range of motion will feel limited. All right, so now let's come from here. Let's curl the back toe. Let's just push off and then rock forward and back. Okay, rock forward and back twice. Back to neutral. Let's push off the ground, and then let's rock forward and back. Okay, we'll do this just 2 more times. Press off the toe. You're going to feel that front quad kind of light up a little bit, and then rock forward and back. Just kind of release it. Back to neutral. Last one. Lifting up. And if you need support, if you need a couch, if you need a chair or something close by, use it. Go for it. We talking Disney style workouts? Oh man, Disney style workouts could really be great. Gaston. I wouldn't be able to do a Gaston workout because that's like arms and shoulders and everything is like 3 times the size of his body. His chest is so pumped and his waist is so narrow. He's a cartoon character. Bow stretches. Oh man. All right, let's go back to that sweep and scoop. Again, working the front line of the body. So our body moves in lots of different planes of movement. However, in this one, we're moving just forward and back. I mean, just in that sagittal plane, which is where a lot of our movement happens from. Especially in fitness, a lot of traditional movements happen in the sagittal plane. But what I think makes a really great warm-up is including numerous styles of movement, numerous styles of planes. All right, chill here. Let's bring the feet under, curl the toe. Let's lift ourselves up, plant, and then rock forward and back a couple times. Rock forward and back, just release that. Okay, same thing. Curl the toe, push in through the front foot. You're just lifting yourself off the ground slightly, okay? An agility workout for Anastasia against Rasputin. Oh my God. You really, I'm going to have to utilize your assistance on creating that. You seem to have your Disney stuff down. I mean, we could watch a couple movies. A Beast, like Beauty and the Beast, but a Beast workout. Or, what's the, dang it. The Irish girl in red, the bow. I can't think of her name. Or I can't think of the name of that movie. All right, shake it on out. Shake it on out. For Gaston, you can just bring back trivia for a liver workout. The little bad guy gimmick. Oh, man. Okay, let's jump up off of the feet. And again, we talked about moving different planes of movement. So how about we get into, let's go into a side lateral based movement. And I'm going to take my hands and I'm going to swing them back. Okay, so I'm going to take my hands and I'll swing them back. And so I'm still moving forward and back in the sagittal plane, but we're moving into the frontal plane as we move side to side. Now, why I'm taking the hands and swinging those back is I want to get a little bit of extension through the hips, which gets me working through the hamstrings as well. So here, sweep. Now, we've done different kinds of sweeps here. We can start here 4 or 5 times, exhaling, and then I can go side to side like so. Maybe we do 4 here as well, and then we'll hit to the other side. So this is a 3D style movement. We're moving a lot of the prime movers in the frontal plane, through the shoulder, through the hips, even the knee. Switch to the other side. Okay, let's set up that lateral lunge first. Again, maybe you do a couple neutral first, and then take your hands and sweep back. Take the hands, and again, as I'm going through this, I take a big step out, I tuck the chin a little bit, and I crunch forward through the spine, flexing through the spine as I swing the hands. Batty? Oh, God. Yeah. There's a couple shows like that, or a couple Disney shows where they like do like little fight scenes. Hinge you again. 3 more. All right, last one there. Okay, shake that one out. Let's get into a little bit of spinal rotation now. So what we're going to do here, you know what's a good one for this one? Let's go back down to the ground and let's work through some thoracic mobility, because boxing and fighting means that we need to have a lot of mobility through the spine, or else we go into a swing, we swing a bat, we throw a football, whatever it is, and you end up pulling some of those cross sling style core musculature, because we're like this and we're so stiff we don't actually work on movements that get us moving in these ways. So let's bring one leg, knee closest to the wall. The opposite knee, it's just normal, knee under hips, knee over ankle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my hips open as much as I can and my chest outwards. From here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cycle, keeping the elbow away from the wall. As close as I can, I open towards the wall. I'm going to take this back elbow and reach it back. Then from here, I rotate back up. I circle through the spine and thoracic. And we come out here. And I should be tilting back the other way now. Again, should be here. There we go. And then circle backwards. So this elbow goes high, so it doesn't touch the wall, but it gets as close to it as possible. And then I come backwards. This stretch helping open up the hip flexor, which we just worked on. And again, I circle and cycle backwards and bend this way forward. One more time. And this is one of those movements you just range of motion, work with a pain-free range of motion. And just 3. 3 I think will work. 3 I think is going to work today. All right, so on the other side, bring this leg forward, this leg back, elbows open up, and then start to circle the body and take the elbow up high. Bending and reaching that elbow up towards the ceiling, letting your belt buckle shoot forward a little bit. Rotate back
Again, there's that little crunch, that little flexion through the spine. They rotate in here. And the goal is to try to keep the arms out, and what you'll notice is that trying to square up your shoulders without the hips or anything else moving is where you're going to feel a lot of that stickiness. So if our cat's rolling around the floor. All right. Whew, that actually, just that movement in and of itself was like getting me super warm. Now that we're on our feet, let's just get into our little bit of a jump rope. They're always going to end our workout or end our warm-up with a little bit of cardio stuff. How long were we there for? Okay, hold on. 15 or so? 12? I like a warm-up that takes a little bit of time. It's a good thing. A lot of people, or a lot of us don't warm up very quick, especially as it gets cold too. It just depends on the weather, depends on the body, depends how you wake up one day. But here's what I want you to think about, is you can build your heart rate in whatever way works best for you. So you see me doing a little bit of invisible jump rope. I could be marching the feet if I need to take the impact out. I could also move side to side, maybe down, up, so almost like a little lateral squat. Anything that just helps to get my body temperature up and gets me breathing a little bit, that's the goal. All right, so I'm looking for green in my heart rate, in my zone. So let's see if we can kind of get there. And while you're moving around, think to yourself, how are you feeling today? Sometimes movement doesn't feel so good. Maybe the joints, the knees, the back, there's something that's just kind of really stiff or not feeling super great. But on some days, you just got to say, oh, you know what? I am feeling good today. Like today I'm moving around really well. My back doesn't feel so bad. So we'll see if it works. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's get on into it. Grab a little sip of water if you need to. It's always a good reminder to, where is it? There it is.
I can do this all day.
Yes, you can. I love that. That's one of my favorites. I can do this all day. Man. Captain America, right? Anyways, if we're in God of War workout, but Captain America, right? Okay, so let's go over boxing stance real quick just to make sure everybody's feeling good. Again, no experience necessary. This is me and you just playing around with it. So feet underneath the hips. Are you right hand dominant or are you left hand dominant? In other words, which fist hits hardest? That's the one you want in your back, because that's the one that's going to be the power punch. Okay, I'm right-handed, so right hand comes back for me. So whatever side, turn that toe out a little bit. So it's about at 2 o'clock or so, while this foot stays at about 12. I soften both the knees. I take my hands. I reach all the way up. I make a fist, and I tuck the elbows into my ribs. My lead arm is right in front of my face as if I'm looking out an eyesight or binoculars. My rear arm connects to my cheekbone, and again, I squeeze those elbows in to create armor. Then I round the chin, or let the chin come down a little bit. I thin myself out so I'm harder to hit, and then I'm light on the toes. And this is going to be your boxing stance or some variation of it, okay? We're going to start with our first round, which is just understanding some of the punches that you will see today, and I will showcase those right up at the top. Bam! Actually, let's move those up. There we go. Cool. All right, we ready? I'm ready. Let's do it. All right, we got 1s and 2s. Oops, let's start the timer. 1s and 2s are what we're going to start with. So get your boxing stance, fighting stance. Before we get into Kratos mode, we got to learn the punches. So we got 1s and 2s. A 1 is a lead arm punch, soft elbow, middle knuckle leads. pull back the 1, I rotate the hips, lift the back heel, and I extend my rear arm, which is the 2, same position, making sure not to hyperextend the elbows. Okay, ready? Let's go. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. And you just work at your own pace. I try to exhale when I throw these punches. And again, you can see my arms not fully extending, which is good. Important to bring up here. The twisting happens from the midsection, so you notice I'm not here. I'm actually letting my body, my hips, my navel, and what is happening with my feet rotate as I go through these punches. All right, in 3, 2, 1, get back on that invisible jump rope or invisible march. Invisible march, invisible jump rope with a march. We got 3s and 4s. A 3 is your lead arm hook. 90-degree punch, facing the side of the head, your palm faces you. I pull back the 3, I rotate the hips, and I lay out the 4, which is from the rear. Okay, same positioning. 3, 4, 3, 4. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. 3, 4, 3, 4. This is a close range punch. Anytime you see a boxer doing one of these, they're either going for the knockout or they're going to get their ass knocked out. But you want to keep it in tight. Keep it in tight. Really, it's just the quick movement of what's happening in the hips, and your arm comes up. Arm comes up to just make the connection. In 3, 2, 1, back to that invisible jump rope. Let's work on the uppercuts. Uppercuts are a tough one, so give yourself some grace on this one. Lead arm. I'm going to crunch and sink into that lead leg. And then I explode, driving my heel down to the ground and deliver my fist underneath the chin of my opponent. Okay? On the other side, I recoil to the rear leg, and then I'm going to spiral my back leg as I deliver. That's when you know you deliver a good punch, when you hit yourself in the face. And deliver an uppercut underneath the opponent's chin. Slow this one down, okay? So 5, 6, 5, 6. From the side, it looks like this. I'm bracing through my abs, drawing my navel in, and as I exhale, I contract my core. I even squeeze my butt as I'm rotating. So I get more leg into this because power comes from the legs, not just from the arms. Okay? In 3, 2, 1, let's warm up the hips. So I go knee up, rotate out, step back, back, forward, switch other leg. Knee up and out, back, back, forward. Okay, so you just work at your speed, your pace on this one. Again, up and over, like I'm stepping over a hurdle. I'm bringing the spooky circus music today because apparently that's the jam I was looking for. All right, let's get into our first combination. Warming up through the hips. Our first combination, you keep doing this and watch me. Our first combination is the most basic unarmed combat of Kratos, which is it's a big 2, a big power 2. You hit with 1 with your shield. You drive your shield, and then you come back for an overhand 2. So a regular 2 looks like this. It's straight from the shoulder. An overhand 2 has you rotating over. Your elbow will end slightly up towards the ceiling. Okay, so we go 2, 1, 2, reset. All right, let's just start there, and then we'll layer on the combination as we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. 2, 1, 2. Remember, always back to boxing stance. Let's try it one more time. And watch this. Let's add into it. So now we do the backhand 1, which is the backhand Dokkenshield. Right? So we go 2, we go 1 with the shield, we go 2, and as we go with this last 2, let's take our back leg and come across with it. So then when we go into 1, we can step across and backhand. Okay? Let me show that again one more time. We go 2, 1. And when I deliver this next 2, I step with my back leg forward so I can then turn out and backhand off of the 1. Okay, let's just practice that. And then we'll add the final phase to it. Ready? Let's go. 2, 1, 2. Now, if the spinning doesn't feel good, you got 2, 1, 2, and then just backhand straight from here. Jim was doing a Dokkenshield block or parry. 2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2. Spinning back fist with it. All right, let's add to this one in 3, 2, 1. Last thing is that big power shield, that power 1, also known as a big jug in boxing terms. So we're gonna go with the 2, 1, step forward 2, step across 1. From here, I'm gonna take this leg, continue to send it across, and then a big power 1 forward with the shield arm, all with the shield arm. Okay, tie it together. We go, 2, 1, 2. There's a lot going on. Kratos is a lot quicker on this one than we are. But he's also, you know, kind of a semi-god deity of some kind. 2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right. So these combinations, as we start to build them up, sometimes the heart rate will go higher, sometimes the heart rate will go low as we get more complex with them. We're going to work on our lower body movement. So if you want to, keep a little jumping jack, a little step in the toes, a box in the toes. And we're going to work on the big push kick and Spartan stomp. So the push kick you've seen a lot with Kratos as his combination, kicking his opponent pretty much across the whole map. So the key here is we drive the knee up forward, just like we did with the knee circles. We drive the knee up forward, and then we drive the heel out as our body weight comes back. We brace our core, and then we just reverse that, okay? Up, forward, reverse that. And you'll see with my hands, I get a little bit more power if I can create that opposite momentum in the other direction. That'll come into play when we work on our Superman punch too, okay? So we've got, let's go push kick, which looks like this. And then we're gonna step, add in just a big Spartan stomp squat on the opposite side. Ready? Let's go. So knee, push kick, lift, stomp, squat. Back up. Push kick, lift, stomp, squat. Push kick. Sending a big shockwave forward. Now switch sides if you haven't yet, because why not? Now if you've got like concrete in your garage or like on hardwood floor, then your stomp might be a little softer. Maybe it's a lift and then you land into your squat. Either way, heart rate's gonna come up from it. Repetition in boxing, kickboxing, whatever it is, martial arts in general. Repetition. Now, we got to change these fights up a little bit, because every once in a while, the more we fight, the more our Spartan rage grows. And Spartan rage, whenever you hear rage in today's fight, it's going to look like this. You do a jump, hammer, like a hammer drop. And then from here, it's 3s and 4s as quick as you can. High, low, whatever it looks like. All right, until I say stop. Let's try it. Rage! Boom! 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Back to your combination. Push kick. Spartan stomp. Now we got to generate our Spartan rage bar again. Boom! Push kick. Now I'll tell you, the sound effects is going to help make this workout even more intense. So you have to do like the all the sound effects. What a turd, right? Last one. And rest. All right. Combination 1, upper body. Combination 2, together. But listen, that Spartan Rage is going to come up a couple times. 2, 1, step forward 2. Backhand 1, power 1. Reset. Push kick, lift, Spartan stomp, reset. Have fun with it. 3 minutes for you to work at your pace. If there's a certain combination you want to move faster with, you want to slow down, you want to get rid of, do it. It's your workout. This is a traversing combination here. You got to be able to move. 2, 1. I mean, we could. Where's our shield? We could technically, like, we have our shield, our Dokkenshield. 2, 1, 2. Backhand, power. Then again, this is 10 pounds, and I wouldn't recommend letting a lot of momentum carry you into these movements. Rage! 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. Come on, come on, come on. Fast, 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 fast. Now keep moving in the midsection. Keep squeezing side to side. Butt is tight. Legs are pushing off the ground. You're using what's happening in the hips and legs to help deliver the punches. 3, 2, 1. Rage subsided. Back to your combo. 2, 1. And if you need to at any time, your heart rate's like, woo! Grab some water. Grab some wood, bub. You think I was born yesterday? Think I'm gonna have you roaming these halls? I'm feeling better with that movement, though. That's what's cool about working on all this stuff, is that the more you repeat it, you feel better with it. Just like a fighter, just like a boxer. The more you work on a specific combination over and over and over, you'll start to learn how your body is supposed to move to make it most efficient. Because in the fight, whatever fight that is, whether it's the God of War fight, whether it's the real boxing fight, you don't want to be thinking about the combinations. You want to naturally be doing them. And because you practice them so much here with shadow boxing and practice, is that your body, your mechanics, it's almost unconscious in the way that you do it. Rest. All right, conditioning. Put our boxing, put it up on a shelf right now. We got conditioning stuff. So for conditioning today, we got 6 reps of movements that we repeat for 3 minutes. Move 1, push-ups, nice and simple. 2, we do our Spartan stomp squat, but less stomp and more of a walking transverse squat. Okay, then we got big long jumps. Now long jumps, we're either here, exploding and landing soft with our feet wide, or as an option, you squat low and you take a big step forward. Okay, that's how you take some of the impact out. 6 reps of all of them on repeat. Ready? Let's go. 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Use the hips. Hips go back. Squeeze butt. Hips go forward. When I land, hips go back. So watch from the side. Might be able to see it a little bit better. Hips back. Forward, back. Okay, land in your squat every time. After 6, right back down to your push-ups. And remember, you're here, big push forward. Get low, switch legs, big push forward. Lots of options to help you out here. Push-ups might be here. For the squats, maybe you have help. Maybe you have help. Use a wall, use a couch, use something to help yourself get in and out of the movement. And then low, big step forward, and come back. Low, big step forward, come back. I like to consider the fact that we can move in ways that anyone can move. It's just you have to have fitness meet you where you're at. The movement meets you where you're at instead of you trying to meet the workout or meet someone else where they're at. It's not going to benefit you. Everybody's working in different ways, but you're choosing the way that's right for you. I love big AMRAPs like this because it allows you to stop, rest, move in whatever way works best for you. Because sometimes you might have to dial it down, and that's okay. Rest. Hey, halfway. If we've made it to the halfway point and you're like, woo, I'm toast. Guess what? Stretch, recover, you're done. That's all. That's all. 17 minutes. 17 minutes, and you got your workout in. Feel good about that. For the rest of us, we're going to do a new combination, and we'll build up in a couple rounds and finish with a little bit of core stuff. So, for this one, we've got a 3 into a backhand 3 and our beloved running Superman punch. So here, shield in hand. I go backhand 3. Since I'm rotated, I rotate, I lift this back heel. So then when I come back to the hook, bam, I just drive this heel down. So watch this heel. I open up the heel in the block, and then I drive the heel down here. From here, I'm going to take a step forward with the lead arm. I'm going to lift up, kick back with this leg, and I deliver my Superman punch, my Kratos punch. Ready? Let's try it. Block. Block. Now you see I'm adding a little jump into it. You don't have to. It could be block, hit, step, kick and punch. Okay? Block, hook, step, kick and punch. You do what you need to. How you doing out there? Feeling good? Feeling good? Yeah, there it is. That's what we want. Give it up, give it up. Pop, pop. And when you kick, when you punch, exhale, brace everything here in the core. Sorry. Rage! 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4. Come on, faster. 3, 2, 1. Back to your combo. Move around a little bit. Shield in arm. Shield block. Shield hook. Bam! Superman punch. Shield block. Shield hook. Superman. Now, if you've got the room, you can take this into like a gentle run. Is there such thing as a gentle run? 3, couple steps forward, bam! Off screen. Or maybe you lead with it. Maybe lead with the Superman punch. Block, hook. Boom. Block, hook. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. 15, 25 seconds. Rest. Woo! Now, I know we only did that on one side, but at any time, like maybe you do this again, you can do the other side as well. Or we'll get a chance to do the other side when we go back through it too. Okay? All right, legs. If you've known God of War, there's a lot of grapples, a lot of different kind of grapples and rips apart and drops and stomps and things that he does. We're gonna use this as an inspiration from his countless grab insta-kills. We're gonna do a head, a cracking knee hit. So I want you to take your hands and almost like you're slapping your thigh twice, and then plant that foot down, look behind you, look over your shoulder, lift the knee in, kick the heel back, and then bring it right in. Now back kicks are not something you see in the show, but we're adding in some different direction stuff. Keep it a workout as well. Okay, ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now you don't have to actually like slap your thigh. I realize that like I'm gonna have a bright red welt here, but really just bring the hands to the knee. And if you want to, switch. 1, 2. 1. Now you see me with a little hop. I take the hands and I push off of this grounded foot, pushing up, giving myself a little calf raise as I use the knee to give myself a little hop, and the hands just come down to hit the thigh. Then I plant, lift, drive, lift, back in. Let's go. Rage! Boom! 3, 4, 3, 4. Ah! 3, 2, 1. Rest. Woo! Tell me that doesn't get the heart rate up. Now when you kick back, it's easy when you start getting tired to kick back and just let the leg come back in. But really it's like a piston. I go out, in, down. Every time. Knee, knee, out, in, and down. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Rest coming, 10 seconds. Ooh. Ooh. Rest. Whew. Water, drink, something. How we holding up? Okay? You got this. We got this. Together. All right, let's combine this. So now we've got the hooks, the backhand with the shield stuff, Superman punch. So we got the backhand shield across. We've got Superman punch. Grab, drive, plant, kick, and out. Okay? All of it together. Let's do it. Let's see what we learned. Here, lead arm, block, hook, super, knee, ah. Full combination. Ah. Ah. Now here's a good opportunity that like Yeah, Kratos does this the same side each time. But if you want to change it up, 3, 3, Superman punch, knee, knee, look over the shoulder, back kick, and good. You do what you need to. Rage! Is this Trombone Master? It's Trombone Master! 3, 2, 1. Back to your combo. I can tell this whole week has got me, or has been recovery for me, because I feel like I'm able to just like gear it up a little bit today, which is awesome. Rage! Come on, come on. Let's get to the end of this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to combo, 10 seconds. 10 seconds, let's see. Fatigued. Let's see if we can do it fatigued. Rest. Oh man. Conditioning. So here's what we got. We got shield slam lunges. We got mountain climbers. We got a skater-based movement. Really gonna be focused on our quick, agile attack uppercuts. Okay, the agile strike. So for the shield smash, he does this shield slam coming down into lunge. So we're gonna go lunge 1, step in, lunge 2, step in, lunge 3, 6. Mountain climbers, and then whatever I said the last movement was gonna be. The uppercuts. All right, ready? Let's go. 4, 5, 6. Down to the ground. I go 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 6, 6. Then up onto my feet. I go agile uppercut, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And right back to the lunges. Down 1, down 2, down 3. Now keep the chest up, bending down through the back knee, but I don't want to land like this. I really want to come down and keep the chest up. And then down, mountain climbers. Now mountain climbers can be done on the ground, or I could be here. I could lean against the wall. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lots of different options there. Yo! What's up, buddy? Thank you for that. Appreciate it. You're amazing too. And then, bam, skater uppercuts. Bam. Agile strike. So think as quick as you can. I push uppercut. Push uppercut. Try to relax before you move. Go really like fully. If you can relax before you move, you'll actually be faster. It's when we hold on and think, I gotta move as quick as I can, but I'm really tight. All the muscles are on. Let them relax. And then get, boom, that stretch reflex going quick. And then hammer strike, or hammer strike, shield strike. Boom. Nah. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are, buddy. If people aren't telling you that enough, then those are the wrong people to have around you. There's something truly amazing about all of us. And if we're not being told that, then again, A, we should be the ones saying that about ourselves. But B, you need that support system. You need people that believe in that as well. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, and rest. Ah. Whew. We're sweating. We're sweating. We made it to round 10. All out combos every 30 seconds. Something brand new. Okay, well, not brand new. You've probably seen most of these before in one form or another. Again, relating to what we've already learned, as well as things that Kratos did. We're going to start with our Spartan Rage so we can get our heart rate nice and high through this whole final boxing set. Are we ready? Rage! 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. 30 seconds. 30 seconds of speed hooks to start this one out. Now, if you want to, you can always throw in another big heavy strike. These are your light hits. And you can breathe in, boom, those big strikes whenever you want to. Keep going, keep going, keep going. 3, 2, 1. You got the push kick into the stomp. Push kick, stomp. Push kick, stomp. Push kick, stomp. Think of it really, push kick, squat. Push kick, squat. Drop into your squat faster. Next 30. Next 30 is just 2-1-2s, just like we did earlier. 2-1-2. 2-1-2. 2-1-2. Yeah, make it happen from the midsection. Oh, the heart rate is high, isn't it? Oh, it's going good here, man. Everything is going good here. I can't argue. I mean, I could, but what benefit is that going to give me? All right, here we go. Alternating block to power. I go block, power, block, power. Square up. Block, power, block, power. Let's go. Block, power. 5 more seconds. You got this. Last minute. Superman's step, kick, reset. Step, kick, reset. 'Remember, it might be step forward. Step, kick. Step, kick. Just keep moving. Our last rage incoming. Rage meter. Building, building, building. L3R3. Boom. Rage. 3 4s. Last 30 seconds and we go into core. We're done. Oh, man. Just think about how good it's going to feel knowing that you stuck through. Knowing that you finished it all. Knowing that it might be early in the day and you have your whole day left. It might be later in the day and you thought you weren't going to get to it. But you did. And that is motivation. Or, as my good friend Rocky Balboa would say,
but it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward.
that's how winning is done. All right, now you want to do core? I mean, we can't do this without a Kratos sound effect. Should we do core?
We do what we please, boy.
Well, then let's do core. Come on down. We're in a plank position. We are just going to focus on what to do. Yep, we got it. So we got 3 minutes where we're going to hold some variation of a plank. So elbows to the ground, knees or toes. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to move side to side with our hips. Okay, if I'm on the knees, I can still move side to side. Okay, so our first minute is really going to be holding this. Now, for a lot of us, the whole goal here, really, in these 3 minutes is to have to stop, is to absolutely get to failure, okay? That's a good thing. But throughout this whole minute, we're just going to try and hold on to this. 10 more seconds and we're going to change it up. Again, plank movements. Plank is the foundation, and then we do movements on top of that. All right, next movement, knee drops. I'm going to go knee to knee, knee to knee, switching. Okay, notice my hips aren't moving up each time, or they're not moving at all when I run the knees. They really are just moving. I'm trying not to put a lot of weight on the knees. That being said, if you are doing this in a different way, maybe you're on your forearms like so, and maybe you're bringing your knees up. If you're leaning into the wall, you're still doing core-based stuff, okay? Shoulders starting to burn. That midsection is starting to get tired, right? Squeeze your butt. You've got one final thing to focus on. This is going to make it, it should make it just a tad easier. Walk yourself up into a high plank. Knees or toes, but just hold it. Just hold it here. If you need to, push away, and then I come right back. Oh man, we're dripping. We're dripping. Anyone at that stage where they gotta like, oh man, come out of it for a second? Well, good. That means we all did it. Means we all got to that stage. Last 30 seconds. Hold it, hold it, hold it. You got this. We got this. 15 seconds. Is the shoulder doing too much of the work? Get your body weight forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop. Oh, man. There's some midsection work there. All right, last round. Core focused again, but this time we'll work in the sides. So lie to one side. Lie to one side, bottom hand down. Right hand up towards my temples. Not pulling on the head, but towards the temples. The goal here is I'm going to rotate back slightly onto my butt, and I'm going to crunch upwards. So it's like a crunch, except side obliques. And the goal is, again, I'm not pulling on my head, but I am trying to pull my shoulder and elbow down towards my waistline. And if done right, you're gonna feel those side oblique muscles crunching like crazy. 30 more seconds, then we switch sides. It also doesn't take long for these muscles to get tired. So use this bottom hand to help yourself up. Maybe you help yourself up and then you resist on the way down. Help yourself up and resist on the way down. So many different ways to do the movement. 5 seconds, we switch sides. And switch. 1 minute over here now. Same thing. Arm out, like so. Try to exhale each time you come up as well. So big breath in, exhale.
Big inhale. Exhale. Use all those muscles. Get your rib cage and slide it down. If I want to, I can make it a tad easier by taking my hand and reaching it down. So now I'm not working with the weight of my arm. The weight of my arm is down. I've just reduced the weight of the lever arm that I'm pivoting from. Fulcrum, you know, all that great pulley system terminology that you learned. All right, drop. You're on to your back. Last movement's going to incorporate both sides. So, knees over hips, and we're going to rotate side to side. But as we do that, let's run our feet. We run our legs as we rotate from side to side. Now my shoulders are going to stay down, and I'm going to keep my low abs braced as I'm running the feet. Just a different way to kind of like look at this knee drop. You might just be extending the legs as you rotate from side to side, and that's okay. Again, lots of options to make you be successful in the movement, and that's what's most important. 10 seconds. Not sure if I'm even on screen. All right, rest. We did it. We made it. How do you feel? Good? Bad? Slightly good, bad? Just all bad? I mean, that was you. Not me. It was you. You did it all. Shouldn't we always have an applause after a workout? Why not? That's the thing I love about group fitness classes is afterwards like, hey, great job, give yourself a hand. A standing ovation at the end of your workout. That might make you stick to it a little bit longer. Like, wow, look at this. They're clapping for me? For me? All right, let's do a little bit of stretching, and we'll get on out of here. So let's look at some of the exercises that we've already done, and let's see if we can stretch them out a bit. Woo! All right. Find some space onto the ground, onto the knees. Let's take our hands far out, dude, and then sit your hips back. Just let your hips rest. Let your head rest. We're allowing our back to stretch. Now, you might have to play around with this movement a little bit. For some of us, the knees together might feel better than the knees far apart. You just negotiate with your body. There is no one size fits all when it comes to movement, stretches, well, just movement in general. It's really about finding out how your body moves. See if we can work on any considerations or any conflicting mechanics, but also just working with the body as well. All right, come on forward. Up. Let's stay on these all fours. Let's take one leg out. Let's sit back. We'll get a little adductor stretch in here. Oh, man. Whew. Easy. Boy. Language. Now, I'm trying to keep my toe turned down. Now, my foot is going to want to come off the ground. But if I can, see if I can rotate that foot through eversion and get the outside of the foot turned out. Again, once I'm in this position, there's lots of things I could do with my upper body. I can add in stretches, which sometimes I like to do, but it just depends on how your body's feeling. Exploration is good, but just start small. Start small. All right, come forward, walk the hands out, and then switch to the other side. So foot out, angle that palm down or the sole of the foot down, and then see if I can sit back. Now I'm still folding forward,
not rounding through the back. I'm trying to keep the stretch in through the adductor and the hips as opposed to just the low back. And again, maybe I can come to this position. I take an arm up and see what it feels like to just reach that hand over. I still have my hand down here to help support me. Take the fingers off or just... all right, and then walk myself back up. We did do a bunch of stuff on the feet and quads. So let's go into the calves first. So I'm against the wall. Put your hands against the wall. Step about 2 feet distance back, and then let the hips come forward. And I'm going to continue to push that heel down into the mat. Everything in the upper body is strong, straight, engaged. And then I'm trying to bring the back knee upwards. And that's where you're going to feel that stretch into the back of the calf. After a workout like this, boxing, we're on our toes a lot. So the calves are just contract, 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 contract. Plus, if we work at a desk or on our feet all day, the calf is either already overactive or shortened. So calf stretches are one of those stretches that, regardless of what you're doing in your day-to-day, you should be doing them. And it doesn't take long. This is an easy 30 seconds each side, a minute. Just taking some deep breaths. Plus, the end of the workout is all based on, or is all about just trying to get the heart rate down. Let the muscles and everything start to recover, so stretching just makes sense at the end. You're already going to need to be taking that time to just kind of cool down a little bit. So why not also use that time to stretch? All right. Come back up. Let's continue to use the wall here. Let's go into a couple stretches for the lower body. Heel to butt quad stretch. And I hope that felt good for you. Hope that was a good little workout. Obviously, if you're watching through this, watching the recording, watching this elsewhere, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Find me on social media, as well as, on Twitch. P1 Fit, not Pie Fight, not Pivot. I know, it's tough. It's tough. You really want to go there, but... All right, switch sides. Key here is keeping the knees close together. You can tell when the quads are really tight when you go to do your quad stretch and your knee just naturally flares out. Try to get them together so we get that stretch through the deep, long lines of the quads. All right, hands to the wall. Let's do a figure four. Our Ric Flair stretch, if anyone wants to redeem that. Figure four. Turn to face the wall and just ease the hips back. So what we're doing is we're getting a stretch through the outside of the glutes now. I can take my hand here onto the knee. I can add some rotation or add a little bit extra to the stretch. I don't have to. Try and breathe and relax into it. Again, each stretch, we really want to try and hold for 30 seconds. You want to find that point of discomfort, slight discomfort, and just hold it there. And then see if the elasticity of the muscles starts to increase to where that stretch just starts to intensify or increase over time without almost unconsciously. All right, switch sides. If you need a reminder for like just 30 seconds, like I don't have you see I don't have a timer here, not using stopwatch. I just try to think like 3 to 4 big deep breaths are usually all I need here. So
Great thing about using these deep breaths is on the exhale, you naturally just want to relax and let go a little bit more. So you're actually letting yourself get deeper into the stretch just by breathing. All right. Slowly come on out of that one. We use our shoulders. One final stretch into the shoulders. And then I'll leave you with that one. Again, hope you enjoyed what it is that we did. Add a little God of War combinations into our work. We showed off a couple of those early on as you're finishing up these last couple stretches. We've got the nice overhand, shield punch, backhand, and power attacks. We did all kinds of fun stuff in these combinations. So bam, 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 bam. All preparing for the new God of War. So that was a little bit of what we did. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Questions, comments, let me know. Other than that, that's all I got for you. Thanks, everybody.